Welcome back, and today what we're doing is we are working our way backwards up the gear raids, and we're going to talk about gear raid 222. Now, there are plenty of ways to beat this. The way that I am going to beat this, let me prefix this by saying gear raid 2 is probably one of the easier ones out of the three that just got updated. It is the only one that I've been able to beat 23 on. And honestly, I should be able to beat 24. I just haven't put the time into it. But Gear Raid 2 is probably the easiest of the three gear raids. In general, it's mostly just timing. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a quick run through on beating 222. Now, I am using a pretty strong squad here. So just keep that in mind. I'm not using Torador as a Lord, only because of his Lord bonus. What he would do is he would get 15% extra, but his healing would be reduced by 15%, just flat out. So I don't need the 15% extra stats. I can manage without that. I am going to be using Ardea here, and that's mainly because she's just OP for it, honestly. Like, I have Valkyra here, and I'll just quick equip her just to throw some gear on her, so just in case I end up needing to throw her down, I can. But this is the team that we're going to be doing. Now, pretty much I have Dallin in here as a cost generator. Brokir and Torador are going to be our tanks, and then we're going to deploy Fercy, Aelin, and Sadie as healers. So let's go up. I need to quit out of this real quick because I have power dominance on, and this is going to be far too easy with that on. So let's quit out of that. Let's get this power dominance gone, and then I can show you guys a full run without power dominance, and hopefully, just hopefully, it goes a bit quicker than Gear Raid 3 did. Because Gear Raid 3 has always been a struggle. Alright, let's disable that. Let's fight. And let's get in here. So, first thing we do, we take this off 2 times. We don't need it on 2 times because we want to be quick. Then we take Dallin here, and we're going to put Dallin over here. Then we're going to put Brokir down right here, and then Torador is going to go right here. He will be ready before these guys get down here. And right about now, there we go. Alright, so Torador's down now. Next up, we're going to put Sadie down. She needs to be ready for her ult. So we put her down right there, and then we put Aelin down right here for her healing. So there we go. We have our main stack out now, and now we could throw Ardea out facing this way, and she could start doing some damage. Next up, we're going to put Fercy right here facing up, and we want Sadie to be ready with her ult before the boss does his screech. Okay, there's his screech. When it gets to about halfway to 3/4 of the way, we'll go ahead and do that. That was about a third. Let's call it a third. We're gonna wait till after this to put Fercy down. There we go. And now we can put Fercy down, and Aelin can do her ult. I probably should have waited on her ult, but now what we could do is we could throw Eloin in over here, act as an extra healer, one, but also she's going to be soaking some of the sniper's damage up, and she's going to be providing passive rage regen for everybody on the field. So that'll be a huge help. So we don't need Dallin down anymore, so let's go ahead and pull her up. That gets rid of some of the need for healing. And Eloin died. I must not have her geared very well. It's okay, because as long as we are healing everybody here, we'll be completely fine. Alright, let's go ahead and ult with Brokir just to ease the requirement for some of the healing. And let's go ahead and 2 times this because we're just waiting for a shriek at this point. There's the Golem Shriek. So about a third, we go ahead and hit that. And we are perfectly fine. And we just let it go and go and go. Alright, we'll wait till the next Earth Shake. And we'll trigger Dallin right about now. Alright. And there we go. And this is where it gets a little bit scary. Because those snipers, I believe they're actually targeting the first person placed. Yeah, they are targeting the first person placed. So let's go ahead and do this. And there we go. And Aelin died. So that could be a problem. We're going to go ahead and throw Elowen down just as supplementary healing for now. And we should be good either way. So we are going to ult with Brokir here. Just to help Aelin, or to help Elowen out a little bit here. Alright, there she goes. Alright, we're going to put her down just to revive Sadie when she inevitably dies. Maybe she won't die. Alright, so we're just waiting for that boss to come down. Alright, there we go. That boss is down there now. Let's go ahead and ult with Sadie just to play it safe. And we're gonna throw Aelin down. And we're gonna hope that she stays alive. And this is pretty much it. I mean, let's go ahead and throw Dallin right here, just to give us some boosted chances. Oh, well, she held off that one guy. Let's go ahead and there we go. All right, so that was the end of the fight. Ardea did 90% of the damage there. That's just how it is. This fight is mostly timing. And for this specific strategy, you do need Sadie. Yeah, see, look at that. Like 99% of the damage. So this same strategy will work on 3 or 23. I just need to beef Aelin up just a bit. She's in inspiration gear. She should be in tankier gear. So let's actually do that real quick, and I will get right back to you. Alright, there we go. She is a bit tankier now. This may help her out just a bit. So let's see if we can beat 23 with this same exact strategy. This one has power dominance on. Let me X out of that. So there we go. There we go. Come on. Alright, so there we go. Power dominance is now off, as you can see up here. And first things first, 2 times off. Dallin down. Brokir down. Torador coming up next. And just about. And there we go. Torador's down. So the silence detection software that I use may cut out that little portion where they're walking up there. Let me just let you know, nothing happened in that time. It literally just was the enemies walking towards me. Alright, so we got Aelin down, we got Sadie down. I am going to put Fercy down. Well, no, I'll put Ardea down first this time. Still. And then next up is going to be Fercy. There we go. There's Fercy. And there's Sadie. And, okay, we got that damage reduction going. Let's go ahead and put Elowen down for just some passive regen. She is going to die again. That's fine. We are at the point where we don't really need to save cost, so we should be completely fine. And let's go ahead and do that and that. Let's see if she could stay alive. Just a bit. Oh, she might stay alive through this one. That just helps with rage regen, honestly. She's not particularly needed for the healing, but now that her ult is gone, let's see. Go ahead and put this down. Yeah, I didn't think she was going to survive through that. That's fine. She'll be back in 50 seconds or so, and when she comes back, we'll be good. Dallin over here is in a morale set currently. Just, she's providing a little bit extra for us. We got a Golem Shriek coming up here. Let's go ahead and Sadie ult through that. There we go. It just tickles a bit when Sadie's ult is going on. Alright, and we are just about there. Got an earth shake going on here. Let's see how this is looking. Yeah, we're good here. Let's go ahead and ult with Torador, not because we need it, but just because. Okay, and now we're getting to the point where these guys are attacking, but you see the difference in tankiness on Aylin here. She is so much better off at this point. So let's go ahead and ult with Broke here to give a little passive. Yeah, Dallin finally died. Not that big of a deal. That is a big deal there, though. What's her name dying? Aylin. Honestly, that's just because my tank gear was not sufficient enough for the healing side of things. But such is life. So we want to survive through this the best we can. Let's go ahead and... How did she die over there? Who knows? But that helps with that. I didn't redo the gear from 2 here, or 22 here, so this could definitely be an issue right here. We're probably going to die here, but that's okay. You get the idea. This strategy does work for this as well. I'm surprised. Okay, there Sadie goes. Sadie took a lot longer to die than I expected. Alright, let's see. Are we going to get our people back out? That is an interesting question. Well, maybe if my hearts was actually geared, I'd be okay. But he's not. So this is going to be a loss right here. Not that big of a deal. Like I said, this was a guide for 22, not 23. So you beef up your gear, you're good for 23 in the same strat. As you can see, we got to the boss and it was a bit squirrely there. Yeah. So honestly, if I had Elowen and better gear than this, I think that was just quick equipped. Aylin in a little bit better healer gear, and I don't even know what Fercy's in. And Fercy, he's not in a bad build. He could definitely be in a better build though. But yeah, Fercy wasn't the issue there. So yeah, that is the guide on Gear Raid 222. If this helps you at all, definitely throw a like on there. I appreciate it. And also, one other thing. For this area right here, Ardea is not necessary. She makes it easier, sure, but you could do it with any unit, any fighter that has at least like a 4-tile range. I know that's a big ask, but there are other fighters. Like you could use A1 Lubu. He would probably be sufficient. I imagine actually Xena. Nope, she's only got 3 range. I imagine Xena could be a very good supplementary damage unit there. Let's see, who else? Ares. Oh, Thallin. Thallin could definitely do some stuff there. Yeah, there's a lot of options, and ultimately that's if you're only running 1 DPS. If you're running 2 DPS, 1 on each side, you can use a single target range damage dealer. You just want them to be able to hit AoE, or single tile damage dealer. Like, you could sit here and use Valra. You could use Val. You could use, yeah, Jira. Jira's ultra tanky, so she could be good there. Let's see. You could use Twyla. You could use Falcia after her rework. She's apparently very strong now, so she's worth trying out. There's a lot of possibilities for this, but you are going to want a melee damage dealer just because of this middle area is generally taken up by your healers. So that will do it for this video. Thank you for watching. If you watched this long into it, I definitely appreciate it. If you made it this far, definitely subscribe. You'll see Gear Raid 122 is coming up next, and I will see you guys in that one. Thanks for watching. Bye.